So tell me why I recorded the video and my face was like cut off. So y'all might not get everything that was in it all the way, but you'll get a good amount. So
back to life, back to reality, back to life, back to reality.
She had a million scars, but none were from razors. I never used to feel naked in my skin, only when my eczema was showing. I hid behind the sleeves, but it didn't stop the pain from growing. I experienced a physical death where my soul couldn't call my body home because I felt trapped and all alone. The trees would mock me every time I went outside because they looked just like me, dry. My eczema stopped me from living, but when you've seen healing, there's no reason to want to die. So cheers to back to living and loving all of me. Oh, hey everyone, welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Select Skin Jen. I am an eczema and TSW patient. I have been on this skin journey forever. I got my first patch in 8th grade. I said 8th grade. I got my first patch when I was 8 years old and it's been up ever since. So today I wanted to come and just talk about like your skin journey and just like going through the journey. Number one, I want you to realize like the skin is the largest organ and we have to give it grace. We have to be patient with ourselves because this is something that it might take a while and stuff, especially if you're choosing an alternative route, a natural route, a route that doesn't use topical steroids or anything. So I think that's super important. I wanted to first start off with the skin update. So my skin is getting a lot better. These are my hands. I still have like red sleeve, but it's like so much more smoother and flatter. It's not as red. My skin is not as itchy. I was just experiencing some itching on the side right here and just like my neck area and stuff like that, but it could have been something that I ate, but I don't think so. Who knows? But I'm getting a lot more sleep. I'm not waking up as much as I was in like before, because if you've gone through TSW before or you're going through it now, one thing about it, you're gonna wake up in the middle of the night just scratching, unfortunately. But lately it hasn't been that for me. I'm sleeping through the night a lot more and stuff, so I am absolutely very, very happy about that. So that's where I'm at with my skin. And I would definitely say like one of the hardest things that's been going on for me is kind of realizing like I'm not itchy. Like I'll take a shower and I'm like, oh my gosh, I'm not itchy, this is weird. Because when you've gone through this thing, number one, twice, this is my second time going through TSW. The first time my skin cleared, I was still low-key, like still, finding spots that I would be like, am I itchy here? And I'm not. And I have to be very grateful for that, because we know how hard it can be to be just so itchy everywhere to the point where you're bleeding because you're scratching so much and stuff. So it's a battle of a mind thing where it's just kind of like, my body's so used to being in this itchy, anxious state to, feeling calmness, like, is everything really like going, calming down for me and stuff like that? But I'm very grateful to be where I am at. If you do see me scratching, is because, hey, I'm still kind of battling with that mind thing and trying to see like, am I itchy here? Am I not itchy there? But yeah, so the second thing, I actually do have an itch in my back right now. So another thing that I wanted to get into in this video is that your skin journey is yours. I know we have so much information we are digesting and stuff, but the biggest thing that I want you to take away while you're on this journey and as you're experiencing healing, and I put that in quotations because to me, healing means my skin is not in a state of flare meaning that my skin is not in a state of irritation, of high level irritation. I'm not disturbed in my everyday life. I'm not sitting there scratching for hours. I'm not sitting there distracted by my skin and stuff like that. So flare can mean something different to everyone. But that's why I put quotation on healing, because it's a chronic skin condition, so it can flare up at any time. But I wanted to say that as you are on this skin journey with yourself, whether it's acne, eczema, TSW, you have to listen to your own body. Like, do not listen to what anybody is saying. There's so much stuff on TikTok. There's so much stuff on Instagram. Like for me, I was doing no moisture treatment, aka I wasn't using any moisturizers. I just stopped completely. The moisturizers at the the moisturizers at the store, my skin doesn't like, so I can't use those. I've created my own, which I'm going to talk about in another video, but something that I can just use every day without any adverse effects, anything that's going to cause me to just be annoyed with the moisturizer more than I'm annoyed with my skin condition. I just wanted something that I could just use every day, like, you know, because it's like, hey, if I have eczema, I still need to moisturize. And for me, I was doing NMT and it just was like, I moisturized the whole way through when I went through my first topical steroid withdrawal journey. And I'm, you know, as I was doing NMT, I'm like, yeah, I don't like this, and I don't have to like it just because somebody's saying this is the way. It's not the only way. Our bodies have so many different ways that it can heal. I put quotations on that because I don't want somebody like, oh my gosh, what do you mean heal? I mean to get myself out of this state of flare. That's what I mean. When I mean by flare, I mean this out of this state of irritation and into a state of calm. There's so much things that our body can do to get us out of this state. And you never want to limit your body to what it can do to repair itself and stuff. So I think for me, realizing NMT wasn't gonna work, because I'm like, hey, I moisturized the whole way through the first time and my skin cleared up like no other. Doing it again, I was like, okay, let me try this NMT thing. It didn't work, and I had to realize like I didn't like it, and my body didn't like it. I was unnecessarily creating dry areas in my body that weren't even needing to go through NMT and stuff. I did see results with inflammation going down, but I realized in the long run, like, all right, this physically hurts to be dry, physically hurts to be this cracked. My skin is cracking and all this stuff. But I would say now my skin is becoming a lot more whole. There's less cracking and stuff like that, less lesions, but nonetheless that my body is still repairing itself. So I would say in this skin journey, listen to your body. Your body is going to be the number one thing that is going to help you realize what's working, what's not working. If you have any skin condition, especially eczema, I feel like you're a skin psychic almost in a way, because your skin can, for me at least, I can go down in a grocery aisle that has lotions and I can walk past and I can say, yeah, none, like my skin will literally feel, it's just like, no, I don't like that. From the moment I picked up a bottle of lotion one time and I was just like, okay, like my skin's like, no. And I still ended up using it. And then it led to this. It's just so crazy. And it's so cool to be that sensitive and stuff. And I think we have to learn to just hone in on that and be able to understand that it's a gift to be able to be that sensitive. It's a gift to be able for your skin to just be like, no, I don't like that. Like, let's not use that. No, that's not what I want. Like immediately almost and stuff. So listen to your body. Your body is in this with you. It's a together thing. So listening to the outside factors when they don't know what's going on inside, when you can physically feel what's going on inside, it's just like you're doing yourself a disservice. So during this skin journey, I want you to listen to your body and listen to what you want to do and listen to what your body's like. I like when you do that. I don't like when you do that and stuff. I think that's super, super important. And the third thing that I wanted to just drop in there is just be patient. Because again, if you're doing another route that's not going to give you fast results that you're looking for, you have to be patient and allowing your body time to repair what it can repair and stuff like that on its own, because naturally the body is built to fight certain things and stuff. Like when we get a cut from a Band-Aid, like 2 days later the cut is almost gone. You have TSW, you have eczema, it's a bigger Band-Aid cut that's going to take a little while, and you have to give your body grace, you have to give your body time. So for me, being able to go through topical steroid withdrawal the first time and see what my body did, and now to go through this again, it's like I have no other choice but to be patient, because it's like my body's shown me what it can do. God has shown me what he can do. So for me, it's just kind of like, now I'm just sitting back and enjoying this ride, because I'm like, now I can offer more advice, and now I can show people that, hey, like, you can go through this and you could clear up and you could go back through through it again. unfortunately. But I'm learning in this journey that my mental state compared to what it was the first time is not the same. And I'm like pushing through, I'm sticking through it. Of course I was like, of course I want my skin to be clear, but I'm also just kind of like learning about my body and learning about different medicines and different things that I can use, different things that I can just make my experience a little bit more just making my experience a lot more just better to enjoy, even if my skin is hurting in the process and stuff. That's why I really want you guys, like, as you're on this skin journey, whatever skin condition you have, just listen to your body and be patient. Like, it's gonna really pay off in the long run, like, trust me. And I'm so excited because I'm like, I cannot wait for my skin to clear up again, because for me, when my skin cleared up, I didn't realize, but I'm like, I'm a walking miracle. I get to show people healing in the flesh, and I cannot wait to do it again, because it's just kind of like, it's possible. And when I say healing, meaning that the body and God can do something to you, make your body just clear. Because when I tell you, the hyperpigmentation was the only thing that I was really left with, and that was barely. It was like my hyperpigmentation was where my eczema was when I was a child. It was just like a little bit darker right there, a little bit dark on my knees, and then the rest of my body was just normal skin and stuff. So yeah, I am so glad to know that there are people who are speaking more on this. That's why I'm like, of course, there's so much information on the internet. It's not to dismiss anybody, but I do want you to take it with a grain of salt. When somebody says, hey, try this, try it. By all means, try it. You never know if it'll work for you. But if you realize, like, after, maybe 2-3 months, like, yeah, I'm not feeling this, or you don't have to keep on doing it. You don't. I think sometimes we can feel obligated because we're like, we're going through the same thing. Like, people with eczema don't even have the same eczema. Like, eczema is like, yeah, they may have eczema, but I don't like what they use. Like, and eczema is a very selective type of skin condition, where to the point where it's just like, she could use that, but you can't because I don't like it. So I think that for me, it's so important to just listen to your body and be patient. It's going to be one of the most rewarding things that you ever get to experience. And because it's like your body is showing you what it can do, God is showing you what he can do. And I'm super excited to, again, be going through this a second time. It's actually makes me feel very, like, special to know that, God sees that I can be strong in that, and that I can withstand this, and that I can offer advice to other people. So if you're ever going through anything and you want to talk, feel free to reach out on Instagram. You can DM me, you can write me on, you can email me, or you can leave a comment on YouTube. I'm here for you guys because I go through it too. So it's not all smiles and all positivity and everything. It's definitely still a journey for me now, but I'm learning in the skin journey that you have to be patient with yourself, because if my body is repairing a big cut, a deep cut, it's gonna take some time. And I have to realize, like, you just gotta offer your body grace. And the more mentally you are gracious to yourself and just merciful on yourself, and just like in a state of like, you know what, my body got this, and you're not putting this pressure, you're not talking down on your skin, the body will start to work. I don't know how to explain, I don't know why it worked like that, but it just do. So like I said, I just want to first of all thank you so much for watching this video. Again, the journey is yours. Like, you have to always hone in on that. You have to own that, because it's like, it's your skin condition. You know what works best. Nobody else does. You know what works best for you. And I want you to take that as the last thing that I'm going to say. Thank you so much again for watching. I love you. Stay tuned for the next video. Have a great weekend, week, day, evening, wherever you are in the world. I hope that you're doing well. I hope you're getting rest. And if you're not, soon, better days will be here soon. Okay? It's Select Skin Jen. Thank you.